Hello, everybody, and welcome into another edition of Inside Central Alabama Weekly. Brett Pritchard and Randy Lee here with you to give you the latest in happenings throughout Central Alabama, and this is the first show after Christmas, and we hope all of you out there had a wonderful Christmas. And as we lead into a new year, I know a lot of you out there, especially us, are happy to see the calendar flip from 2020 to 2021. Now, that doesn't automatically mean that everything's going to go back to normal. I just think people that just symbolizes a change, and a lot of people are ready for some change.
Well, and I think that a vaccine coming out and healthcare officials already taking the vaccine and not an unrealistic amount of negative response coming from those.
Yeah.
And I think that that's a key to hopefully good times to come, that you and I and many others that maybe aren't healthcare professionals will have our vaccine soon, because it's very scary. And I know that each of you out in communities around Central Alabama would agree with us that you know friends, you know family, you know people that are struggling with it you never thought would. So the idea that this thing's not real, the hopes that we had all thought back in March that it was just elderly people that were struggling with it, that is not the case. So our thoughts and prayers go out to all those families out there that have had family members, and maybe it's you, that have struggled with this disease, and we're hoping that you come through, and we hope a lot more come through as the season begins.
Yeah, we're not out of the woods by any stretch, and don't let us try to act like that at all. You just that that going into 2021, as you mentioned, a vaccine, more and more people being vaccinated is only going to help. It's going to help the situation, and we hope that's a sooner rather than later event that happens with the elimination of this virus. We'll talk about communities, the communities that make up Central Alabama. So many of them out there that do so many good things, and that's what we want to bring to you here on this program. We'll start in the Birmingham area. We do talk a lot about things that go around in metro area, Birmingham, the surrounding communities, because that is a growing area of the state. Two of the largest, or let me go back and say, two of the fastest growing areas in the state of Alabama are in Central Alabama. You've got Autauga County and Elmore County, two of the faster growing, more prominent places. And then you got Shelby County around the Birmingham area that is one of the more faster growing areas in the state. So right here in Central Alabama are two of the more flourishing areas, and it's easy to go and look and see what happens in Birmingham. And you talked about Mayor Woodfin last time and his vision and what he's been able to do, and economic development veteran to lead a Birmingham Business Alliance coming in. And I think business is important during this time, as there's another stimulus bill on the House floor that just passed, and now it's in the Senate to see what happens with this stimulus bill. But Ron Kitchens, 30 years worth of experience in developing businesses in Michigan and Texas and Missouri and different places like that, going to be helping in Birmingham.
Yeah, and just because we've had COVID throughout our region and throughout the country and throughout the world for that matter, I mean, business must go on and development must continue. You can only have so long. Hopefully we see an end in sight. When that end comes, you hope that all the pieces are in place for Alabama to go out there and compete on a worldwide stage and continue to get businesses into our communities. You know, we mentioned a couple of weeks ago a big facility over in Wetumpka, Prattville area, the Russell facility, the Russell Brands facility that was sold. Hopefully new businesses coming into there. And I bring that up because you and I live here in the middle part of the state in Alexander City, and Russell Corporation was so key to what we did. That economic development, you know, with the textiles leaving, with NAFTA and all that went on there, we've had to, reinvent ourselves. And you see news like this where you got guys that have been in other parts of the country and have seen other skill sets and other places thrive under different conditions. And it's glad to see those guys coming back to the state of Alabama and hopefully rejuvenating some things here as well.
Yeah, Ron Kitchens being named the CEO of the Birmingham Business Alliance. Jim Gorey, chairman of the BBA and CEO of Brassfield and Gorey, said this. He said, Ron is well known among site selectors and location consultants and is a true leader in the economic development of the industry. His knowledge, connections, and track record of collaborating with will serve Birmingham well and help the BBA achieve its strategic goals. So, again, looking into the future, every city, municipality and community is its own marketing agency. You've got to be able to market. It's good to get things into the state, but then you've got to really go out and get people to come to your area of the state to provide opportunities for your people.
Well, and you work for a junior college as well, Brett, at Central Alabama, and y'all's activity that goes on in connection with industrial partners and economic development partners like this is key, because when someone does decide to come here, they've got to have the skill sets and the education that's needed to train people up to be able to take on those jobs, and y'all play a key role with that.
We do. The junior college system here in the state of Alabama is huge in economic development and workforce training, and you see it all over. It's one of the biggest assets that this state has at its disposal is a built-in training arm through the junior college system, the community college system here in the state of Alabama. And again, companies don't just snap their fingers and have trained workforce. You've got to be able to bring people in, and you've got to be able to train them. Well, if you've already got an arm in place like the community college system, it's a more it's a bigger incentive for businesses out there looking, because they're like, man, they've already got that taken care of, and I'm not going to have to spend resources to train employees. They're already doing it for us, and that is a key there. Moving on, free online workshops for small businesses are being offered. The Alabama Small Business Development Center Network will kick off the new year with a free series of online workshops. There are 4 topics. They can be taken as a single webinar or in any order. Registration is required through Zoom. Go to the Alabama Small Business Development Center Network for more information. I think that's huge, because small businesses make up the thread of what America is, and especially here in Alabama.
Well, and you've got to have support, and we've seen PPP money and many other programs that have come out through the federal government, but the Small Business Administration here in the state of Alabama and K-Ivy have had loans that are going out to businesses because there has been a struggle. Some businesses haven't struggled, but a lot out there have, and you don't want to see businesses that through no fault of their own, aren't successful due to a virus like we've dealt with here. And, things like this, workshops for small business are key. The Birmingham Association of Realtors names a new CEO. The CEO of the Prescott Area Association of Realtors in Arizona has been named CEO. Now, the Birmingham Association of Realtors and the Greater Birmingham Multiple Listing Service, Amanda Creel, begins her new role on January the 19th, and that's news from the Birmingham Association of Realtors.
You talk about a popular segment, real estate during this COVID, and we've seen it here in the Lake Martin region, how real estate has been one of its biggest booms. Just people coming in from all over the place, a lot of bigger metro areas that were struggling with this COVID situation worse than maybe we were, finding property, being able to purchase it and work from home, and knowing that, hey, look, we don't really necessarily have to live in a big city to do what we need to do.
Well, interest rates as well, they continue to go down, and when they do go down, Brett, those that are holding cash will look around and try to pick the bottom. They'll try to say, look, I think that's at its bottom, and I've got this cash sitting over here on the sideline. It would be a pretty good idea for me to invest it in maybe some real estate, or maybe upgrade the home, or look for a retirement home. We see that in our community a lot on the lake. You see people that maybe hold off on making that long-term purchase for retirement until they see the market hopefully bottom out. And I'm not that the market's bottomed out.
No, it's not.
But real estate has really boomed here in this area and around the state of Alabama. I think it's held on as well.
Yeah, another hot topic that's being brought up, it seems like for the 10th or 15th time over the last 30 years, Governor Kay Ivey has a study group on gambling policy, and it showed strong support for a lottery in this state. Now, we've heard this before, but it's a perennial issue that's come up time and time again. It looks like the legislature may entertain that in 2021. McLaughlin and Associates conducted the poll from November 17th to 19th. 500 people were polled, and who said that they are planned to vote in the 2022 general election. And in favor, 70.8% were in favor, and are strongly in favor, 60%, somewhat favorable, and oppose about 25% of the way this thing broke down, and then 4.2% just chose not to answer. But we've seen this before, and it's come to a vote, and it gets voted down here in the state of Alabama. So we're not going to spend the rest of the program talking about the lottery and the pros and cons, but the states around us have things in place, whether it be casinos or lotteries or both. We seem to be the one state in the middle that doesn't have any of those potential revenue streams to come in. So will the state of Alabama decide to vote on a lottery this time? Who knows?
Well, and I will jump out on a limb and say that I have no problem with not having a lottery if you've got an answer for how to fund things properly moving forward. And unfortunately for the state of Alabama, if you take away that 10 miles of shoreline down there on the southern coast, I'm not sure where a lot of the funding comes from in the state. And when you have knocked out Auburn and Alabama and other venues here in the state from having big-time sporting events here in the state as well, Brett, it's a struggle. And look, again, I have no issue with coming up with new revenue streams. But if you look at the funding for public education, if you look at the funding for teachers, if you look at the funding for public employees, the competition that we're seeing in other states that are surrounding us are making it very, very tough for us to continue to say we're going to stay ho-hum here in the state of Alabama. And so I would very much be for it. I don't mind saying it here on this program.
Well, you live in a free country. You choose to do what you want to do.
But there's always a reason for not. And instead of coming up with answers for those reasons not, the ones that I've talked to continuously go back to the same answers, and it just gets so frustrating dealing with politicians in that regard.
Let me go back and clear up the poll results. They did 70% of the poll favored a lottery, 25% opposed it, 4.2 refused to answer, but they broke it down into segments. Out of the 70.8 that was in favor, 60.6 strongly favored it, 10% somewhat favored it. On the ones that opposed, of the 25, 19.2 strongly opposed it, 5.8 somewhat opposed it. So you got about 16% out there that is kind of on the border, but you got a strong segment here overall that's in favor of a lottery or some type of revenue stream.
Are you surprised to hear those numbers?
No, I'm not really surprised at this point, because I think even people in the past that didn't want a lottery or didn't want gambling in the state have been awakened to things around us.
And look,
and the opportunities that have been lost in this state.
All of us don't want those peripheral figures that control gambling and turn it into something that it's not there for. But how can we not come up with a system that works where 3 or 4 individuals don't profit from it? Where am I missing something there? I mean, am I all for thinking that can happen? But that always seems to be the issue is, no, we don't want to set up something where 3 or 4 individuals have that much power.
Well, that was for the lottery. And then one more quick thing here. As far as legalized gambling in the state of Alabama, 67% in favor, 28.8% opposed, and 4.2 refused to answer. So, again, overall, when you're looking at gambling, period, or a lottery, that poll, now it's only 500 people polled, but 500 potential voters for the 2022 general election, majority said they are in favor of some type of revenue stream like that. Up against the break, when we come back, we'll shift over into some sports, and we'll close it out here on This Week in Central Alabama.
On-Site Handymen serves the Lake Martin and Auburn region for all of your home projects, flooring, fencing, and lawn care needs. Contact Josh Brewer at 256-749-1928 to get started today.
At Tire Pros, we have a hassle-free pledge. It's our promise to make your auto service and tire buying experience simple, straightforward, and hassle-free. For service you can trust without the hassle, visit SMS Discount Tire Pros, 2 convenient locations.
Hi, my name is Jasmine Hopper. I listed my homes with Rhonda Gaskin at Century 21 Lake Area Realty. It was quick, easy, and stress-free.
Hi, I'm Rhonda Gaskins, broker, Century 21 Lake Area Realty in the Lake Martin area. We are getting a 96% return on our listing price to sales price in this area. Call me today and let me go to work for you. 256-749-3644. Remember, buy or sell your home with me, get to use my truck for free.
So, you may not know it, but you've seen our work everywhere. For a combined 50 years, SignSource has been Central Alabama's premier option for all your sign needs. Custom signs for your business, club, or organization. Wraps and decals for your vehicle or boat. Full-color banners for your big sale, or a photo collage on canvas for grandma. All with fast, friendly, prompt service. Check out our website at signsourcenow.com. 888-533-6758. Go straight to the source. SignSource.
Hey Realtors, do you know about LMG Ad Agency? We build your brand and help sell your properties or a unique lifestyle so you can focus on your clients. We focus on professional photos, videos, aerial photography and videography, and commercial real estate. We'd love to tell your story. Contact us today at 256-392-4250 or visit our website at lmgadagency.com.
At Tire Pros, we have a hassle-free pledge. It's our promise to make your auto service and tire buying experience simple, straightforward, and hassle-free. For service you can trust without the hassle, visit SMS Discount Tire Pros, 2 convenient locations.
On-Site Handymen serves the Lake Martin and Auburn region for all of your home projects, flooring, fencing, and lawn care needs. Contact Josh Brewer at 256-749-1928 to get started today.
Well, we moved to Lake Martin back in 2014 full-time and have been coming into Dadeville quite often for the last 6 years, I guess. And this piece of property always stood out as an absolutely extraordinary and beautiful piece of land out here owned by Ms. Pennington. And as we became more and more involved in Dadeville and more involved in the community, we started realizing that there were great opportunities in town to help revitalize Dadeville and bring some of the events that were lacking in Dadeville to downtown.
Make a difference.
Yeah.
We went and talked to Rosalie Pennington about it, and she was excited when we told her, you know, if we buy this property, we'll name it after your mother. And she just couldn't believe it. So that's where Pennington Park came from. Ms. Pennington was a high school typing teacher at Dadeville for many years. So everybody in this area knew who she was.
Yeah, and so after we purchased the property, we're also, at that time, we're members of a group called Everything's Art, bringing art to Dadeville and to the schools, to Reeltown and to Dadeville High School. We started thinking about what we could do and the ideas for farmers markets, movie nights, events on the park, weddings on the park, gospel on the green. We've already had that. We had that last year. It's turned into a community event center. No instances of vandalism, no instances of theft at all. It's been just a welcoming park, and I think people are respecting that, and we're thankful for that.
I actually drove down a couple of weeks ago when I was in town. We always come and drive around the block just to see what's going on at the park, and I found a family that had pulled off of Casita Street, and they were just sitting in the shade out there with their McDonald's bag, having their lunch, and so we do have to put some picnic tables around some of the trees out here. And we're also on tap to put a walking path all the way around.
Mm-hmm. And the neat thing about it is we didn't want it to cost anybody anything. So for use of the park is free. And it's just an opportunity for people to get together and realize that Dadeville is a great place to live and work.
On-Site Handymen serves the Lake Martin and Auburn region for all of your home projects, flooring, fencing, and lawn care needs. Contact Josh Brewer at 256-749-1928 to get started today.
At Tire Pros, we have a hassle-free pledge. It's our promise to make your auto service and tire buying experience simple, straightforward, and hassle-free. For service you can trust without the hassle, visit SMS Discount Tire Pros, 2 convenient locations.
So, you may not know it, but you've seen our work everywhere. For a combined 50 years, SignSource has been Central Alabama's premier option for all your sign needs. Custom signs for your business, club, or organization. Wraps and decals for your vehicle or boat. Full-color banners for your big sale, or a photo collage on canvas for grandma. All with fast, friendly, prompt service. Check out our website at signsourcenow.com. 888-533-6758. Go straight to the source. SignSource.
Hi, my name is Jasmine Hopper. I listed my homes with Rhonda Gaskin at Century 21 Lake Area Realty. It was quick, easy, and stress-free.
Hi, I'm Rhonda Gaskins, broker Century 21 Lake Area Realty in the Lake Martin area. We are getting a 96% return on our listing price to sales price in this area. Call me today and let me go to work for you. 256-749-3644.
Remember, buy or sell your home with me. Get to use my truck for free.
Hey Realtors, do you know about LMG Ad Agency? We build your brand and help sell your properties or a unique lifestyle so you can focus on your clients. We focus on professional photos, videos, aerial photography and videography, and commercial real estate. We'd love to tell your story. Contact us today at 256-392-4250 or visit our website at lmgadagency.com.
The Pinhoti Outdoor Center main purpose is to help people get outdoors, whether it's running, hiking, paddling, cycling. We want to help you get outdoors. In the Sylacauga area, we have a prime hiking trail called the Pinhoti Trail that goes 177 miles through Alabama, and it comes right through here in Sylacauga. And we are a resource center for the Pinhoti Trail. You can come stay with us in our hostel. You can get resupplied. We can help you with logistics, with planning, with shuttles, and help you have a better experience on the trail when you go out to hike. A hostel for the hiking world is a safe place for hikers to come in off the trail that's very low cost. It's a shelter, it's a place to get cleaned up, to get resupplied possibly, to eat some normal food other than trail food, get a bed, and kind of rejuvenate themselves, kind of reset themselves to get back out on trail. So we'll have hikers that are on long distance treks come in, stay for the night. Maybe they want to get out of bad weather. Maybe they just need a rest. But it's a place for them to stay at a low cost. I'm a hiker. I've hiked the Pinhoti Trail. I've also hiked the Appalachian Trail from Georgia to Maine. So the Pinhoti Trail can connect to the Appalachian Trail. It's all part of the Appalachian Mountains. And you can hike from the southern terminus of the Pinhoti Trail, which is in Weguffka, and go all the way to North Maine on one path. I felt like there was a need for the Pinhoti Outdoor Center in this area because being a hiker, I know what it's like to be on a trail and needing support or a place to go to rest. And the Pinhoti Trail is gaining in popularity and usage over the recent years. And with the lack of those resources, it's something I've always wanted to do. I've always thought I'd be on the Appalachian Trail or somewhere else in the mountains. But when we realized what we have here in Sylacauga and the Pinhoti Trail, and those resources were needed, it was a perfect fit.
On-Site Handymen serves the Lake Martin and Auburn region for all of your home projects, flooring, fencing, and lawn care needs. Contact Josh Brewer at 256-749-1928 to get started today.
At Tire Pros, we have a hassle-free pledge. It's our promise to make your auto service and tire buying experience simple, straightforward, and hassle-free. For service you can trust without the hassle, visit SMS Discount Tire Pros, 2 convenient locations.
Hi, my name is Jasmine Hopper. I listed my homes with Rhonda Gaskin at Century 21 Lake Area Realty. It was quick, easy, and stress-free.
Hi, I'm Rhonda Gaskins, broker, Century 21 Lake Area Realty in the Lake Martin area. We are getting a 96% return on our listing price to sales price in this area. Call me today and let me go to work for you. 256-749-3644.
Remember, buy or sell your home with me, get to use my truck for free.
So, you may not know it, but you've seen our work everywhere. For a combined 50 years, SignSource has been Central Alabama's premier option for all your sign needs. Custom signs for your business, club, or organization. Wraps and decals for your vehicle or boat. Full-color banners for your big sale, or a photo collage on canvas for grandma. All with fast, friendly, prompt service. Check out our website at signsourcenow.com. 888-533-6758. Go straight to the source. SignSource.
Hey Realtors, do you know about LMG Ad Agency? We build your brand and help sell your properties or a unique lifestyle so you can focus on your clients. We focus on professional photos, videos, aerial photography and videography, and commercial real estate. We'd love to tell your story. Contact us today at 256-392-4250 or visit our website at lmgadagency.com.
At Tire Pros, we have a hassle-free pledge. It's our promise to make your auto service and tire buying experience simple, straightforward, and hassle-free. For service you can trust without the hassle, visit SNS Discount Tire Pros, 2 convenient locations.
On-Site Handymen serves the Lake Martin and Auburn region for all of your home projects, flooring, fencing, and lawn care needs. Contact Josh Brewer at 256-749-1928 to get started today.
Welcome back, everyone, to This Week in Central Alabama, and we'll slide over and talk some sports. First of all, Auburn gets a new head football coach. I think that's the headliner there. Brian Harsin comes over and takes the place of Gus Malzahn, the 27th head football coach in Auburn history, and that's not counting interims. 27th full-time head coach in Auburn football history. Comes over with an impeccable record, a high winning percentage, third in the country, only behind Nick Saban and Dabo Swinney. Obviously, the competition and up in that neck of the woods of the country is not what you get in SEC, but very impressive press conference on Christmas Eve.
Well, I don't think many Auburn fans knew exactly what we were getting when you looked down and you saw the name run across the Twitter outlets, and you say, who? Who's Brian Harsin? But since then, I think all of us have tapped the brakes, and the Auburn fan base, or at least the friends that I have out there, seem to be really happy and excited about the hire and excited about the future. So I'll leave it at that, Brett. I think there is some positive momentum going on. Auburn will play Northwestern in a bowl game. We'll see how that plays out. A lot of guys are opting out of that game, switching over to the city of Tuscaloosa, and the state of Alabama has still got the number one team here in college football. Nick Saban's going to take 2 guys over to the Heisman Trophy finalists as well, and I think Devontae Smith's got a great opportunity to be a wide receiver that wins that award this year.
Yeah, the first time since Charles Woodson was able to secure that award for Michigan, and we'll see how that plays out. But again, Alabama dominating all of the postseason awards, which you're not surprised with, and pulling off a 10-0 perfect regular season, and then a win over Florida in the SEC championship game, and a heavy favorite to take on Notre Dame in the semifinal, which I don't think will be a contest at all. And Clemson Ohio State should be a pretty good football game, and I would expect another Clemson Alabama matchup in a national championship game. Those two teams just seem to frequent each other in that ball game. But let's slide over and talk some high school football as 7A all-state teams, and all the all-state teams were named throughout the state, but we'll start in 7A, and there's a lot of players from Central Alabama on there.
And I thought that we'd take this opportunity to roll down 7A and 6A.
Yeah.
There's a ton of players in Central Alabama named to both of these teams. We'll name some of these guys that aren't from Central Alabama, but that's okay. There's so many that are from here that it's worthy of our time to roll down that 7A and 6A All-State teams. And we'll start in 7A. First team offense led by Connor Harrell from Thompson High School, 6'1", 200-pound junior, outstanding quarterback. Armani Goodwin from Central Alabama at Hewitt-Trussville is the number one running back there. And Joseph McKay from Central Phoenix City, another Central Alabama guy, 6'1", 210 pounds. And we'll close out with Damian Taylor from Tuscaloosa County. Your wide receivers in the Class 7A All-State team, Ramon Bradley from Fairhope, R.J. Hamilton from Hoover, J.B. Mitchell from Thompson High School, and then rolling down in the offensive lineman, Rod Orr from Gadsden City, Dawson Ray from Vestavia Hills, Jackson West from Huntsville, and your place kicker, Luke Freer from Fairhope, Brett.
Yeah, and on defense, you go down through here, and I'll just name the ones from Central Alabama. Justice Finkley from Hewitt-Trussville, also Powell Gordon from Auburn. We saw a great performance by Powell Gordon in the 7A state championship game, and a heartbreaking loss there for the Auburn Tigers there. Jeremiah Alexander, one of the top recruits in the state of Alabama from Thompson, makes it at linebacker. Ian Jackson also, he commits to Alabama from Prattville High School, 6'3", 220-pound linebacker. Some tough linebackers there. And then you look down at Quay Nims at defensive back, had a heck of a game in the 7A championship game there for Auburn High School, along with Tony Mitchell from Thompson, who also played well. And then Matthew Rhodes. I know that last punt for him was not the way he wanted to end his career, but he really was a force in that game. And up until then, he was probably the biggest weapon for Auburn High School in that 7A championship game. From an athletic standpoint, Ryan Peppins makes it from Thompson High School. He's a very, very good athlete, and he makes it there to close out the 7A All-State team.
Yeah, and we'll start running down as you look through some of these in Class 6A, and we'll move over on the offensive side and stay right here in Central Alabama with quarterback Trey Higgins from Oxford High School, outstanding player this year. Your running backs both from Central Alabama, Reginald Davis and Eric Watts, Reginald Davis being from Lee Montgomery and Eric Watts coming from Opelika High School. At wide receiver from Hueytown High School, DeAndre Coleman. Rock Taylor was named first team 6A All-State from Oxford High School. Rodarius Thomas from Eufaula, another 6A All-State team. Anquan Barnes starts off the offensive line from Lee Montgomery. Rayvon Crum from Pinson Valley, an offensive lineman. Braden Joyner from Oxford High School is only a sophomore at 6'3", 320 pounds. He's named first team. John Darius Morgan from Huffman High School, a senior, big 330-pound offensive lineman, named as well. And we'll close it out with your place kicker, Jaron Van Winkle from Clay Chalkville High School. So a number of players in Class 6A on the offensive side named the All-State team.
Yeah, on the first team there. Defensively, Lee Hunter from Blunt, and that's in South Alabama, but he is one of the top recruits in the state, head to Auburn. But in Central Alabama, got a slew of them right here that I'm going to read off. James Perkins from Pinson Valley on the defensive front, along with Curtis Perry from Park Crossing, and William Whitlow Jr. from Stanhope Elmore, who's heading to Memphis to play his college football there. At linebacker, you've got Jordan Dobbins from Oxford, and then you've got Kenneth McShann from Gardendale High School, along with Tyler Wall from Briarwood. Traquan Fagans, and I remember this kid when he was in middle school, defensive back there. I don't know if you remember me telling you to watch out for a Fagans kid back in the day. Well, that's him, and there he is right there on the All-State list. I'm not surprised by that at all. Jarrell Stinson at defensive back there from Opelika closes out the defense, and athletically, you've got Rod Elston from Oxford and Jaquel Fells from Pinson Valley on the athletic side for 6A, and that closes out your 6A All-State team.
7A Thompson State champions in Pinson Valley, and both of them well represented on the All-State teams, both from Central Alabama.
Absolutely. And again, we want to thank everybody for watching and listening to us every single week. Again, we appreciate all the support out there. Go follow us on all of our social media accounts, Central Alabama Voice. And this is for you. We want to bring you all the happenings throughout Central Alabama each and every week. And we appreciate all of you out there watching and listening. For Randy Lee, I'm Brett Pritchard saying we've enjoyed it. We hope you have. See you next week.
On-Site Handymen serves the Lake Martin and Auburn region for all of your home projects, flooring, fencing, and lawn care needs. Contact Josh Brewer at 256-749-1928 to get started today.
At Tire Pros, we have a hassle-free pledge. It's our promise to make your auto service and tire buying experience simple, straightforward, and hassle-free. For service you can trust without the hassle, visit SMS Discount Tire Pros, 2 convenient locations.
So, you may not know it, but you've seen our work everywhere. For combined 50 years, SignSource has been Central Alabama's premier option for all your sign needs. Custom signs for your business, club, or organization. Wraps and decals for your vehicle or boat. Full-color banners for your big sale, or a photo collage on canvas for grandma. All with fast, friendly, prompt service. Check out our website at signsourcenow.com. 888-533-6758. Go straight to the source. SignSource.
Hi, my name is Jasmine Hopper. I listed my homes with Rhonda Gaskin at Century 21 Lake Area Realty. It was quick, easy, and stress-free.
Hi, I'm Rhonda Gaskins, broker, Century 21 Lake Area Realty in the Lake Martin area. We are getting a 96% return on our listing price to sales price in this area. Call me today and let me go to work for you. 256-749-3644.
Remember, buy or sell your home with me, get to use my truck for free.
Hey Realtors, do you know about LMG Ad Agency? We build your brand and help sell your properties or a unique lifestyle so you can focus on your clients. We focus on professional photos, videos, aerial photography and videography, and commercial real estate. We'd love to tell your story. Contact us today at 256-392-4250 or visit our website at lmgadagency.com.
At Tire Pros, we have a hassle-free pledge. It's our promise to make your auto service and tire buying experience simple, straightforward, and hassle-free. For service you can trust without the hassle, visit SMS Discount Tire Pros, 2 convenient locations.
On-Site Handymen serves the Lake Martin and Auburn region for all of your home projects, flooring, fencing, and lawn care needs. Contact Josh Brewer at 256-749-1928 to get started today.
Trading Post is a student-run, donation-based clothing closet. We've copied that from another school up above Birmingham that has a clothing closet where children who are out of dress code or maybe they don't have clothes for a certain season can come in and take from the Trading Post.
And another thing that we ask for donations about is for attire for job interviews,
right,
for graduation, things like that a student might not have at home, a button-down shirt, nice slacks, a tie. We haven't gotten any ties yet, but we're hoping that we will. And also our RCC instructors have already told us that they do that with their students, have a little tutorial about how to tie a tie, and they're going to come in and do that for us as well. So, but just things like that a student may not have at home, we want to be able to provide that for them.
There will be hygiene items available for students who, sometimes they just need a stick of deodorant or some place to brush their teeth in the morning, anything like that, just to cut down on, I know at the high school level and middle school level, all levels at this point, bullying is such an issue. And these kids come in and they're already insecure about the way they smell or the way they look or whatever. We can have products here for them, and it's completely anonymous, so the kids will be able to come in and take what they need with a nurse, counselor, or administrator, and be able just to use those items. And then if they want to bring something to replace it, great. If they don't, that's fine. It's all, like I said, donation based, so we'll just have it available for whoever needs it.
For one thing, part of this clothing closet is to have some of our students work a co-op job, and not all of our students are able to have access to transportation to leave campus. And so we wanted to create a type of job atmosphere for them to get their co-op hours. That's how it originally started. But then also, as Ms. Hall had talked about earlier, just them understanding that not everyone has everything that you have, and to be able to get back to the community and have that, servant heart and to want to help give back is important.
Well, the idea in itself of just having this trading post where kids can come in and get the job experience, take and give things that they might have, and take from it. Also, we wanted clubs to be able to use it for volunteer hours, or just like she said, to gain those soft skills that they need to be employable later is super important to us in the field that we work in, and just any student here, because our goal at the end of high school is to get them employed, get them a job, so they can be successful, functioning members of society. I think, like Ms. Lee touched on earlier, a lot of our kids don't fully understand how blessed they are and how much they actually have when there are other students that do not have and need something as simple as a winter coat. As educators, our administration is very big on teaching with poverty in mind, and that's a study that they've started doing as an administration, and they've kind of talked to us a little bit about that. And just knowing that these kids come from all different backgrounds and all different socioeconomic levels, and that they need, just because they come to school out of dress code doesn't mean that they're trying to be defiant or trying to break the rules. Maybe that's all they had. Maybe they have holes in their pants because older sister wore this and it's been passed down. So there is definitely a need in our community, and this is a very community-based idea, and we want to merge the school and the community together to serve our kids, and to provide for them. And I think that if the community sees the need, the kids can see what they're doing and the impact that has on other kids that they go to school with, like how inspiring is that, and how moving is that for them to see that. I just think that would be really powerful.
Well, and we had a student last year who, her family, they had a house fire, and what normally happens is they just send an email out to all of the teachers and say, if y'all have anything, please let us know, or donations or whatever. Well, that's the kind of thing we're talking about, is not just asking the teachers, but for the parents and the students to be invested in a student like that as well, through the clothing closet.
And just teaching kids to love others. I mean, that's what it all comes down to, is building relationships and loving people.
Yeah.
At Tire Pros, we have a hassle-free pledge. It's our promise to make your auto service and tire buying experience simple, straightforward, and hassle-free. For service you can trust without the hassle, visit SMS Discount Tire Pros, 2 convenient locations.
On-Site Handymen serves the Lake Martin and Auburn region for all of your home projects, flooring, fencing, and lawn care needs. Contact Josh Brewer at 256-749-1928 to get started today.
Hi, my name is Jasmine Hopper. I listed my homes with Rhonda Gaskin at Century 21 Lake Area Realty. It was quick, easy, and stress-free.
Hi, I'm Rhonda Gaskins, broker, Century 21 Lake Area Realty in the Lake Martin area. We are getting a 96% return on our listing price to sales price in this area. Call me today and let me go to work for you. 256-749-3644.
Remember, buy or sell your home with me, get to use my truck for free.
So, you may not know it, but you've seen our work everywhere. For a combined 50 years, SignSource has been Central Alabama's premier option for all your sign needs. Custom signs for your business, club, or organization. Wraps and decals for your vehicle or boat. Full-color banners for your big sale, or a photo collage on canvas for grandma. All with fast, friendly, prompt service. Check out our website at signsourcenow.com. 888-533-6758. Go straight to the source. SignSource.
On-Site Handymen serves the Lake Martin and Auburn region for all of your home projects, flooring, fencing, and lawn care needs. Contact Josh Brewer at 256-749-1928 to get started today.
At Tire Pros, we have a hassle-free pledge. It's our promise to make your auto service and tire buying experience simple, straightforward, and hassle-free. For service you can trust without the hassle, visit SMS Discount Tire Pros, 2 convenient locations.
What we do is we believe in a pathway, an aviation pathway. So our guys start in 9th grade. They take what's called Intro to Drones. They learn how to fly the Mavic Pro that we have here. And they also learn basic aviation skills. So we actually go out and put together a runway. We learn how to do weather checks. We learn how to do briefings. We learn about aviation safety. And so we're learning about risk management, all these things. And so what we're doing is we're setting a pathway where they're learning how to fly. And they're doing it at 13 and 14 years old. After that, they can move on to advanced drones. We have RC airplanes that we fly here. The difference there is that they have to build it. They've got to do weight and balance. They've got to put it together. They've got to maintain it as well. You can't take an airplane to a hover when you're trying to figure out what's going on. So there has to be a level of knowledge of what they're doing where they feel more comfortable. From there, their 11th grade year, they move into actually flying an airplane. So we have 2 Piper Warriors up at Alexander City. We fly with Miss Regina up at Brown Arrow. And so they'll meet with their flight instructors a couple days a week. They'll travel to the airport and begin learning their private pilot. So at this point, they should have or be finishing up their commercial drone license, their Part 107 drone license, and they're beginning their private pilot license. And they can graduate already having both of those in their docket. On top of that, to kind of help bring everything together and bring meaning to what they do, we have the drone team. So in the late fall every year, we hold 3 days of auditions and interviews. And the guys have to go out and perform certain maneuvers with their drones. They have to go sit in front of a board. And we ask them a lot of questions about teamwork, discipline. We're really looking at performance, but we're also looking at their ability to be kind of on their own, the self-starter, the self-motivated. Can I take you somewhere and you can be at that level where you don't need me looking over your shoulder anymore? Now, our spring is spent traveling, so we have a show that we put together. It's 10 to 12 minutes long, and we put music, narration, and formation flying together. And then we travel to air shows here on the East Coast, including all the way down to Florida. We go down and we fly at Sun and Fun for a week during the summer. We were set up last year to debut at Oshkosh. Of course, we know Corona had different ideas for us. So we are still, again, this year looking this summer to head up to Oshkosh and be debuting at the largest air show in the Western Hemisphere. So very exciting, a lot going on. And then that team, that drone team, teaches these guys to be able to fly in close proximity to each other, to be able to read each other, to work as a team. I mean, they almost think they got to read each other's thoughts almost. And that's not just for being able to go out and put a show on. It looks great. What that's really for is just enhancing everything about the person pilot, about them, everything inside. How are you seeing aviation? How are you seeing operations? How are you starting to think on a higher level than you would expect from your average high school kid? What that also does is it gives these kids real world experience that starts to give them the confidence that we can also move out and do search and rescue operations, disaster relief. So we've helped with a couple events now that have occurred here at the national level. Our boys can travel. We have a trailer that gives us mobile operations. We can travel anywhere in the country and go on site for up to 72 hours. So we're self-contained, we have our own power, food, and the boys can go out there. We take our drones and we look for lost livestock, help with damage assessment. We can do, of course, search and rescue, help find people. And what's really great about these drones is where a drone goes, a person doesn't have to. We also work with Cajun Navy Relief. And what's really cool about that is when they take their boats places or when they go and they have to go into an area, it's their first time going there. So they haven't had a chance to study the area. There are hazards they may not know about. And so when we can put a drone ahead to see what's going on, confirm whether or not they need to go into that area or not, and then give them exact numbers of what we're seeing and conditions of people, infill and exfil routes, things like that, it's really helping them work at a higher level as well. So our guys are actually have the capability to move out into the community, do real world service, and provide something that just isn't being done at the high school level.
On-Site Handymen serves the Lake Martin and Auburn region for all of your home projects, flooring, fencing, and lawn care needs. Contact Josh Brewer at 256-749-1928 to get started today.
At Tire Pros, we have a hassle-free pledge. It's our promise to make your auto service and tire buying experience simple, straightforward, and hassle-free. For service you can trust without the hassle, visit SNS Discount Tire Pros, 2 convenient locations.
So, you may not know it, but you've seen our work everywhere. For a combined 50 years, SignSource has been Central Alabama's premier option for all your sign needs. Custom signs for your business, club, or organization. Wraps and decals for your vehicle or boat. Full-color banners for your big sale, or a photo collage on canvas for grandma. All with fast, friendly, prompt service. Check out our website at signsourcenow.com. 888 533-6758. Go straight to the source. Sign Source.
Hi, my name is Jasmine Hopper. I listed my homes with Rhonda Gaskin at Century 21 Lake Area Realty. It was quick, easy, and stress-free.
Hi, I'm Rhonda Gaskins, broker, Century 21 Lake Area Realty in the Lake Martin area. We are getting a 96% return on our listing price to sales price in this area. Call me today and let me go to work for you. 256-749-3644.
Remember, buy or sell your home with me, get to use my truck for free.
Hey Realtors, do you know about LMG Ad Agency? We build your brand and help sell your properties or a unique lifestyle so you can focus on your clients. We focus on professional photos, videos, aerial photography and videography, and commercial real estate. We'd love to tell your story. Contact us today at 256-392-4250 or visit our website at lmgadagency.com.
At Tire Pros, we have a hassle-free pledge. It's our promise to make your auto service and tire buying experience simple, straightforward, and hassle-free. For service you can trust without the hassle, visit SMS Discount Tire Pros, 2 convenient locations.
On-Site Handymen serves the Lake Martin and Auburn region for all of your home projects, flooring, fencing, and lawn care needs. Contact Josh Brewer at 256-749-1928 to get started today.
Amazing how the 280 bypass of Sylacauga has developed over the past few years. Hutton came in here some 6 years ago, and we had a piece of property. We had invested about $1.8 million in it, and it consisted of numerous advantages. And Hutton bought this property up for development, and with the past administration, they contracted with them. When I came into office, I wanted to know where were we at. And when I found out that we needed to contact Hutton to see where they were at, and we got things moving. We were able to get the dirt. After 3 months of in administration, we were able to get dirt moving. We wound up with Chick-fil-A, Hobby Lobby, PetSmalls. We wound up with TJ Maxx. Starbucks is even here. And we still have 4-point-something acres out there that's being developed now. It's been resurveyed and all for this business is coming to us. So there's more growth coming there. And also we got another section on the south end of this Hutton project that's also going to be developed in the near future. A new developer has come in. They bought the Peyton Park area, which consists of Walmart. And they are in the process of making some new developments in that area. It seems like a lot of 280 is moving towards Sylacauga out of Inverness and down this way. And we're so tickled to death because we don't look at Sylacauga just for our 12,500, 700 population. We're looking at a 20 or 30 mile radius of people coming into Sylacauga. And one of the things that really I think that helped us when we came into office was not going to raise taxes. I would not support tax raising. We stayed low. And this has helped us because we wound up finding out that we're coming in with volume. People are going to our Home Depots. They're going to our Walmarts. They're going to our TJ Maxx's and Hobby Lobbies. And we do have a lower tax rate than anybody, anywhere from 1 to 2% lower than anybody else in our area. And I think that's really helped us a whole lot to grow. And we cannot complain. You know, it's we got more growth coming. We know that 280 is going to take care of itself because there's more growth coming out there. But now we want to work on our downtown area.
It would probably have to be the ambiance of the building itself and the people, the friendly employees, and just the family type orientation that we have when you come in the coffee shop.
Highway 21, state highway coming right through our downtown area. A lot of our buildings are years and years old, and we're refurbishing them. Now we got developers coming in here and property owners coming here buying our buildings. They're fixing them up. Beautiful facelifting on our outward appearance of our city. We've been so fortunate to do this administration, and we've got a great council there. We're working together, and that's the main thing The executive and legislative branches of your city government must work together, and we're doing that. We got department heads throughout our city here. We've got 7 departments. They do a beautiful job maintaining their departments. They know what's going on. I'm here for 4 years. I'm going to go ahead and apply for 4 more years, hopefully, and keep things moving and going. But we depend on our department heads to run our city in the proper way.
On-Site Handymen serves the Lake Martin and Auburn region for all of your home projects, flooring, fencing, and lawn care needs. Contact Josh Brewer at 256-749-1928 to get started today.
At Tire Pros, we have a hassle-free pledge. It's our promise to make your auto service and tire buying experience simple, straightforward, and hassle-free. For service you can trust without the hassle, visit SMS Discount Tire Pros, 2 convenient locations.
So, you may not know it, but you've seen our work everywhere. For a combined 50 years, SignSource has been Central Alabama's premier option for all your sign needs. Custom signs for your business, club, or organization. Wraps and decals for your vehicle or boat. Full-color banners for your big sale, or a photo collage on canvas for grandma. All with fast, friendly, prompt service. Check out our website at signsourcenow.com. 888-533-6758. Go straight to the source. SignSource.
Hi, my name is Jasmine Hopper. I listed my homes with Rhonda Gaskin at Century 21 Lake Area Realty. It was quick, easy, and stress-free.
Hi, I'm Rhonda Gaskins, broker, Century 21 Lake Area Realty in the Lake Martin area. We are getting a 96% return on our listing price to sales price in this area. Call me today and let me go to work for you. 256-749-3644.
Remember, buy or sell your home with me. Get to use my truck for free.
Hey Realtors, do you know about LMG Ad Agency? We build your brand and help sell your properties or a unique lifestyle so you can focus on your clients. We focus on professional photos, videos, aerial photography and videography, and commercial real estate. We'd love to tell your story. Contact us today at 256-392-4250 or visit our website at lmgadagency.com.
Right now, we are in the midst of Summer of Second Chances. This has been around for many, many years, even before I got here. Summer is our biggest season. It's our busiest season. We like to call it puppy and kitten season because that's when we get all of our puppies and kittens in. So we probably get most of our intakes during these 4 months of summer. So we started this program this campaign to help us raise money in order to care for all these intakes, all the puppies and kittens, just to help us continue saving lives rather than having to euthanize based on how much room we have and not being able to care for them in that kind of way. And so Summer Second Chances is a 4-month-long campaign. It usually starts around May, ends at the end of August. We continuously do fundraisers. Obviously, COVID has kind of put a hinder on what we normally would have event-wise, but we've been doing it all virtual this year, which has been really great. Been a little bit of a struggle, but really it's just really to help us be able to care for all the animals that we bring in during the summer. To care for one pet in our facility, it's about $18 a day, and we have right now upwards of about 200 animals in our care. So you're looking at a couple $1,000s just in a day to care for an animal, and that's with food, boarding, providing them with all the medical care they need, providing them with surgeries that if they need the surgery, we got to give it to them. So the money really goes towards helping us be able to get these animals fixed, which is really good. It goes towards helping them get any other medical care that they desperately need when they come in. With puppies and kittens, because they're so young, it takes a lot more care. So puppies and kittens are usually a little more expensive to care for in a day because we're having to buy milk, we're having to buy puppy food specific for them. Obviously, thousands of dollars a day to 365 days a year is just insane, and the money just really helps us continue to do this rather than having to make a hard decision about an animal because we are unable to provide for it. Really, our biggest thing is because we're in our last 2 weeks of this campaign, we're really trying to push to meet our goal. Our goal is $60,000 right now. I think we're somewhere around $45,000, which is a lot to ask for, but we're hoping we can just push these next 2 weeks. We're having a virtual silent auction on our Facebook where we have multiple items from businesses all over that have collaborated with us to give us gift baskets, gift cards, and everything, and that is on our Facebook page, and that'll be the last week of August, and so we're hoping to get in a lot of money, and like the more people know about it that can bid and raise money, and it goes all